everyone and welcome back to my channel. And have you guys seen the new Monster High reboot? The live action one is absolutely horrible and the new one leaves lots left to be desired in my opinion. Some of the new designs really flopped, like have you seen Laguna? And the worst part is they took away like all of the accents from all of the characters. Clawdeen no longer has an accent.
You are freaking me out. Enough with the winking.
Draculaura no longer has an accent.
Never works. Sometimes being a vampire really sucks.
But they gave Toralei one.
I can't believe the headmistress let in that half-human!
And a good one at that, so I don't understand what their bias is against accents this time around. But that's not why we're here today. Today I will be designing 3 of the main cast of Monster High. I put up several polls on my Discord and you guys voted for Clawdeen, Draculaura, and Ghoulia in that order. So let's dive right on into that. First up is Clawdeen Wolf, and oh my god, Clawdeen Wolf is my favorite character from Monster High. I mean, what's not to like? She's a sassy werewolf who loves designing clothes and loves her friends and is perfect in every way. Yeah, I love her to death, so I loved working on this. But the reboot really doesn't do her justice. Like, who the fuck is this? This isn't Clawdeen. This is like Howleen or something. Like, this looks like if you redesigned Howleen. This looks nothing like Clawdeen, which pissed me off. So, you know I had to do my own interpretation. I really wanted to bring back the sass and attitude that she had in her original design, because this new one just looks like a dork for no reason, and I'm mad about it. Like, I don't know why, like, dork equates to, like, unfashionable. Like, if you're gonna make her a dork, which she's not, she's an athletic fashion designer, at least, like, make it make sense. Like, you put her in, like, the worst outfit ever. It's like they ignored the lore, like, all of the lore for her design, and it's ridiculous. So I did what I could to bring our beloved Clawdeen Wolf back to life in a fashion that doesn't absolutely ruin her character. There are some things from the new design I liked, like the pulled back bangs and the general size / like fluffiness of the hair. It has a lot of volume, and I think that does great things for her. I also decided to make her hair just in general a little curlier, mostly because I don't see it like, not like curlier because I know she's got curls in the new one. I meant like thick, voluminous curls. I think she's definitely the type to do her hair, and she would absolutely, like, she wouldn't want to completely get rid of her like roots. Like, she's got naturally curly hair, of course, but she wants to like style it down so it looks a little bit more manageable and a little more chic. So that's the kind of look I went with for that. As for her outfit, I struggled with it a good chunk. I wanted to make something that wasn't slutty like the original series, but also wasn't so toned down. Like, what? Why did you put her in overalls? She's so fucking... What? Clawdeen Wolf wouldn't be caught dead in overalls. You guys don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And since she canonically makes, like, most of the outfits the characters wear in the television series. Shut the fuck up. The point is, since she makes all the clothing that they typically wear, I wanted her to have something that she designed for herself that's just very unique to her. That's looking modern and chic and fresh, while also not looking too overdone or too much like some of the old designs were. And I know she likes animal print, but I really wasn't seeing zebra fitting with her. Like, there's zebra print on her original t-shirt, but I don't think that matches her personality very well. So I ended up going with some snow leopard spots down the lines of her pants. And it's very subtle. It blends in well with the purple of the pants, and it doesn't stand out too much because she's looking to make a statement, not a fucking, like, explosion of clothing and shit. Like, she's looking to make a statement. Also, for the record, I'm gonna ignore that she's 15 canonically. Like, that's stupid. Clawdeen Wolf wasn't ever written like a 15-year-old. Clawdeen Wolf is 18, 19. I can even see be at like 22. So just for the sake of this argument, none of them are in high school anymore, and they're all like 22, 23 years old because, you know, whatever. Except for obviously it's complicated because, like, Frankie's like 15 days old or whatever, because that makes so much sense in the lore. And not the new lore either, because in the new lore, she's got, like, the brain of a bunch of different really smart people, like, mashed together. Like, she's got lawyer brain.
It was me.
If I may address the headmistress, the rule is witchcraft is forbidden for monsters, but Clawdeen's half human. Her human side did it.
Lawyer brain?
And she's got like a doctor in there too, I think.
No one will break the rule. Witchcraft is forbidden for monsters and punishable by expulsion. Got some frontal lobe from the poltergeist who wrote the code.
Oh my god, I'm off topic. Clawdeen. Oh, I love her. So here's a quick list of all the things I did with Clawdeen. Number 1, I moved her ears down to the sides of her head because I wanted them to be a little more reactive, and I figured they could do that if they were on the side. So they perk up when she hears her name, and they flop down when she's upset. I gave her a tail because I've always thought it was weird that she didn't have one. It's the same color as her hair, and it's got highlights in it too. I also made the hair brown again for the most part because I don't know why the fuck they made it like almost white, like a white lavender, which doesn't make any fucking sense. But I gave her brown hair back with blonde highlights and also purple streaks in it so that it was still like reminiscent of the new design of having like the purple in there. I painted her nails purple because of course I did, because she's got to have her claws did, okay? All of her accent accessories are gold. Like most of the Monster High cast, because I've just kind of decided in my head that because most monsters in Monster High are like susceptible to like silver shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like they'll die if they touch silver. My headcanon is that they don't wear silver at all and they only ever wear gold because gold is safe for like most monsters. I gave her freckles because of fucking course I did, and I also gave her a beauty mark underneath her left eye. She has a little bit of eye makeup on, just a little gold under her eyes to make them look a little bigger, and some purple shadow above on her eyelid to like really pop out against those striking yellow eyes, which I absolutely love. I kept her little wolf nose because I think that is the one thing that this new generation did right, making her look more wolfy. I think they needed to do that because like she's supposed to be furry. Like that's not her skin tone, quote unquote, that's fur. Other than that, I gave her some rings to accessorize, a bracelet, a little chain with a bone on it because, you know, werewolf dog. Oh, I made the little buttons on her pants golden little paw prints because I think that's really cute. Basically anything I could do to lead back to the fact that she's a werewolf and she's proud of her heritage and shit like that, I did. This is going to be so weirdly pieced together. I'm so sorry if none of this makes sense, but I loved designing her so much. She is my everything, and I hope you guys like her just as much as I do. Next up we have Draculaura, and I will attempt to be a little bit more tuned in this time to explain Draculaura. So first of all, the new Draculaura they made chubbier, which it's like, oh, she's got a different body type. She's got a little bit more weight on her bones. Okay, that's not really a different body. That's like almost the same. You know who's got weight on their bones? Clawdeen Wolf. Clawdeen Wolf has got some thick thighs and she's very toned because she's athletic. And Draculaura, if we're gonna go that route with her, go all the fucking way. I made this Draculaura chubby as shit. Like a good amount of fat is on her, and I love that for her. She's kind of like Pinkie Pie in that way. Oh god, cursed language. Where she enjoys sweets and she enjoys the finer things in life, and she loves herself the way she is. She doesn't feel like she has to lose any weight. I love her. I love chubby, fat Draculaura. I'd literally die for her. Besides that, I really liked the split tone of the hair in her new design, so I kept that in. But I wanted to play around with the colors a little bit because I didn't like that it was like the way they used the black in her hair looked a little bit purple for some reason, and I didn't like that. And the pink was just a little off too. I didn't keep her hair straight down because I thought that's not very Draculaura of her. Her original design has her iconic pigtails, so of course I gave her the iconic pigtails. 2 long ones in the back, and then there's some like kind of fluff to fill out the rest of her hair, almost like the pigtails are extensions. In fact, they even could be extensions, clipped in with those little skull bat little hairpins that she's got her hair kept up in. Love that for her. I gave her a little beret because I know she likes Scarus and stuff like that. That's what it's called, right? The Monster High version of Paris, Scarus. I think so. She loves Scarus. She loves that kind of designer shit. So I gave her a beret because she's a little bit, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Materialistic is not the word. She likes the finer things in life. I can't remember what the word for that is, but she She likes the finer things. She's very fashionable. So she's got her pink plaid beret with 2 little pins on it. One is just a little sparkle, and the other one is a bat-shaped, well, it's not bat-shaped. It's a pansexual pride flag with a little bat kind of carved into the middle of it. First of all, I didn't mention this. Clawdeen Wolf is a lesbian. I don't make the rules. That's just canon. Second of all, Draculaura loves everyone. She definitely loves women a lot more. Like, this bitch sapphic as fuck, but she also loves everyone. Like, she'd give everyone a chance. You could be whoever the fuck you are, monster, human, whatever. She just has so much love to give. Well, I believe that Draculaura is not sensitive about her weight and doesn't have any weight issues. She does wear a vertically striped top that is supposed to make her look a little skinnier, a little thinned down, a little more shapely. And then I give her her iconic handcuffs. I don't know if she's got those in the new reboot, but they're iconic, so I added those in. And then I don't like that they took away the ruffles at the top of the shirt, like the little handkerchief or whatever the fuck it is. So I added that back in because that's absolutely iconic to her as well. And I actually made it make sense because the original one kind of looks like it's clown ruffles. So I made this one look like it's tucked into the t-shirt all neatly and then it's like feathered out. So that made sense. I gave her a white skirt with pink accents. It's actually like a patterned fabric that Clawdeen Wolf made for her that has a bunch of sparkles and hearts and just good shit on it that I thought matched with the rest of her outfit really well. So yeah, that's a patterned fabric. And yeah, oh, I gave her, so in her original design, she had safety pin earrings. But since we're doing changing things up and stuff, I made them little push pin earrings with little gold accents, and they're mostly pink. And then I gave her some extra piercings because I figured she'd have those. She's got 3 piercings on her right ear, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, technically 4 piercings on her left ear. And then I gave her that little God, what is that piercing called? The bridge, like the bridge of your nose, that one, like at the top. I gave her that little piercing because I thought that looked really cute on her. But yeah, no, she was pretty straightforward. I love Draculaura to death. I think I did a good job with her. I think I'm really happy with how this one turned out. So now we're moving on to Ghoulia. I'll be honest, I was kind of surprised that Ghoulia won the 3rd poll. I thought it was going to end up being like Frankie or something, but like there were no votes for Frankie. Apparently people really like her new design, which I have words about, but this video isn't about her yet. That'll be in part 2. I love Ghoulia. We love some good autistic representation in our media. However, she's not very prominent anymore. In the old series, she used to be like literally like main cast. She was Clawdeen's right hand like woman, and I don't think I really liked that. I liked that they were besties like that. However, they moved on with making content, and then they just kind of shifted her out for like Abby, you know who I'm talking about. They shifted her out for Abby, and we haven't really seen much of Ghoulia since. And the new Ghoulia, oh my god, this shocked everyone when this was brought up, is now like a skater / gamer, and like gamer makes sense, but she looks so ugly. Who the fuck is this? This is an ugly ass bitch. The original Ghoulia made a lot more sense and was a lot prettier and actually had a lot more self-confidence and actually cared a little bit more. So my new Ghoulia leads into a lot of things, but here are the 2 things that I went off the most. Number 1, she's autistic. They've never confirmed that canonically, but we all know she is, okay? She just is. And second of all, I gave her mobility aids, which I figured made sense for a zombie considering they're kind of decaying and falling apart typically. So in the drawing, I left out her left hand and I gave her a pair of armpit crutches as her mobility aid of the day. I like to think that depending on the day, she uses armpit crutches or forearm crutches and sometimes even a wheelchair. And when she is in the wheelchair, this is so important, Clawdeen pushes her around, and I love that! I love that. That's so good. It's so perfect and wholesome. You might have noticed there's a lot of red in this design, and that's true because she really likes red. That's her favorite color, and I like to think that she hyperfixates on the color, so like all her clothes have to be red, and that's like one of her things that she like has to be. I also gave her a set of noise-canceling headphones that are colored like the cherry on her necklace because she used to have that cherry motif. I like to think that she's still into cherries. It's just not as bold in her outfit. But I gave her a pair of noise-canceling headphones because she's got sensory issues and auditory respiratory issues and she gets overwhelmed really easily. So I thought that was a nice touch just to kind of throw back to that. And then I made her hair very thin and kind of greasy looking because I figured she's decaying. She can't have like super voluminous hair. That wouldn't make much sense. So it's kind of like wispy. It's still there. She's still got hair, but she takes care of it the best she can, but it's a little thinned out because of, the fact that she's undead. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with her outfit, including putting, like, last second, I put on, oh god, what's his name? Dead Fast, not Flash, Dead Fast. So Dead Fast is Ghoulia's favorite comic book. So I took a image of him and I carved it out and I put it on their sweater, so it was like a kind of like a patch that was like ironed on or whatever, because they're a really big fan. Oh yeah, by the way, my Ghoulia goes by she, they pronouns, because of course they do, like iconic, queenie, you know what I'm saying? I don't have much else to say about this. This was actually really fun to work on. I love Ghoulia so much, and I hope Ghoulia gets some justice in the future, because holy shit, she's so ugly looking right now, and she's not prominent, and I wish she was. She deserves more attention, and honestly, Mattel, give her mobility aids, okay? Like, you have no problem making your dolls diverse and, like, everyone's unique and special. Give her mobility aids then, bitch. Like, come on, have someone in your main cast have that representation, and Ghoulia is, like, the perfect candidate for that. So, whatever. So yeah, those are all my Monster High redesigns. I'm so sorry that this video is a little messy and it doesn't explain things very well. I didn't write a script for this one because I just wanted to have fun and talk about it and then force myself to edit it all down into this one video, which I'm sure I'm gonna love doing. A big Patreon shout out to Starling Studio, Styx, Flex, and Avian. Thank you all so much for supporting me. It means the world to me, and I will see you all next time. Love ya. Bye.